Welcome to Fit for Life with Karen. My name's Karen McKenzie, and today I'm going to relax a little bit. That's important to your health too, to reduce your stress. And what better way than yoga? I love yoga. I try to do some yoga every day. Sometimes I do it before I even get up. I do some stretching right there in bed, and it just makes me feel better when I relax. Put on some relaxing music like we have right now. New age music, maybe semi-classical music, anything that's quiet and helps you to relax. I think the music is really, really important. It kind of sets the mood. Yoga, what does it do for us? It stretches, it strengthens, it's meditative, so it gets us into a better place. It gets us to stop thinking about every little thing constantly and constantly worrying, which causes anxiety. So it does reduce anxiety. It helps you to focus better. It can lower blood pressure. It can ease back pain. It can help you with balance. But the blood pressure thing, I think, is important. Most of us are on medications. And again, as I mentioned before, it can decrease anxiety. Sometimes we need to get help with that. But if it's just normal, well, normal is not the word to use for anxiety, but if it isn't too serious, I mean, we all get a little uptight about some things, but all we're doing basically is just taking the time to move slowly, to use the yoga breath, which I will explain also today. And we're going to do some seated yoga, and we're going to do some standing yoga. And I'm sure you can do them, and I'm sure you've, at some time in your life, or maybe with me in another show, have done. So it's not difficult. Take a class, take a course, read a book, try it on your own. It's really, really good for us. It's been around for thousands of years. There must be something good to it, right? Okay, so what we're going to do first is just sit, push ourselves forward. We're going to do some morning exercises, and we're going to say namaste. That's what we're going to do first. Namaste is just kind of a greeting. It's just shows respect for the other people that you might be with in class, and it's a great way to start. It's a Sanskrit word meaning hello, and a little bit more than that too. So let's start with the salute to the sun, which is normally done standing up and then on the floor, but we're not going to do that. We don't do floor work in this class, but we can move things around a little bit, and you can still get a pretty good workout. So let's take a breath up through the nose as you lift those arms. Wonderful. Good. Feet apart just a little bit, and then come forward. I'm going to bring one foot in back. Bring those arms back up, back to the back. That's it. Good. Now you're going to breathe up again as you bring the arms up. And exhale as you bring those arms down. So that's easy enough, but we're not getting down on the floor. So this is kind of abbreviated. But if you do take a course, that's probably one of the first things you're going to learn is the salute to the sun. It just kind of starts the whole thing off. We're going to start with some stretching, which is important. So we're just going to drop the chin right down. Good. And then bring your head back up. Push that chin forward up to the ceiling if you'd like. Good. And now we're looking straight ahead. We're going to turn our head slowly. Now you've done this before in the other classes. And then back to the other side. So we're just warming up for some more advanced yoga asanas. Asana is the name of the forms that we use in the movements. Good. And we use them with the yoga breath, as I said. Let's do an ear drop. Good. Feel a nice stretch on the side of your neck. And then back to the other side. Oh, I close my eyes. I can't help it because I get so relaxed when I do this, especially when I use the yoga breath, when we use the yoga breath. Good. Wonderful. Now we're going to do something I call the four spinals. And it is used in yoga, especially if you are down on the floor or getting down to the floor. And you're going to open your feet and just drop those arms forward. You can keep your head up if you have to. Nice stretch for the back, the lower back. Now, You can clasp your hands together, and as you come up, I'd like you to breathe up through your nose. Good. Wonderful. And exhale as you bring those arms down. So this is spinal flexion. The next move we're going to do is spinal extension, and we've already done a little of that. You're going to just lift one arm up, all the way up. Pull that arm out. Don't stop breathing. Wonderful. Just do your natural breath right now. Let's go to the other side. Pull that arm up. You'll be a little bit taller when you move, when you finish today. All right, one more time. Just come forward, relax. Let those arms just hang down. Keep your head up. Good. And then we'll come back up. So we've done spinal flexion. We just did spinal extension. Now we're going to do some rotation. You can sit back a little bit on this one. Just, you can hold on to this arm. I'm your mirror, so we're both on that side, right? Let's take a breath in as we turn. And exhale out. As you complete that turn, pull yourself up nice and straight. Now you can resume your natural breathing now. Good. And then we'll come back. Good. Arm out to the side. Now breathe up through your nose. As you turn and exhale. And just pull yourself around. Wonderful. So this is spinal rotation. We'll come back slowly. And now we're going to bend the spine. Easy enough, isn't it? Take this hand, cross it over. You're going to breathe up through your nose as you lift that arm up. Slowly, and exhale as you bend. Keep your arms straight, straight, straight. Good. Feel that nice stretch all the way down your side. You're doing it slowly. You're holding this position. And then we'll come back. Wonderful. All right, now this time you're going to take this hand, cross it over, breathe up through your nose, and bend. Keep that arm up straight. Good. We've got this music today to help us relax a little bit. And the arm comes down. Good. Now what I'd like you to do is just give yourselves a hug, grab your shoulders, feet are flat. Let's take a breath up through the nose again. Exhale as you come forward. So you're rounding that back, stretching it out a little bit. Good. And then we'll come back up. And you can do all of this much slower. But our show is only half an hour, so I'm giving you a little bit of everything. The next thing we're going to do is the yoga cat. Hands on your knees. We've done this before. Just pull yourself up, pull those shoulders down. Look up at the ceiling. Good. Now just relax. And we'll breathe up through the nose again. Way up now. See if you can arch that back just a tiny bit. And then we'll just drop the chin down, round the back, lift your shoulders up, tighten that abdomen just a little bit. Good. And then we'll come up slowly. Wonderful. Now we're going to do something really slow and really relaxing. You can move those feet out a little bit. Just put your hands on your knees. You can sit up a little bit straighter. Breathing up. And as you exhale down, I'm going to move the feet out a little more. Just slide your hands down. Good. Slide the hands down. See if you can touch your ankles here. Good. And then slide them back up. Wonderful. Now, many of us have knee problems, maybe a knee discomfort, a little stiffness, maybe a little pain. This is something that we did in a yoga class once. We just created a little friction with our hands, warming our hands up. Probably not the best time of the year to do this, but if you're in a cool place, it's good. And just placing those warm hands right on your knees and circling those knees a little bit. And you'd be surprised, it gets that blood circulating a little bit. It's comforting just to do this kind of a movement. Wonderful. Good. One more breath up through the nose. Good. And again, coming forward, drop down. If you can grab your ankles, that's fine, you don't have to. Keep the back as flat as possible. And then we'll come back up. Now, another thing we do in yoga, when we're standing especially, we are going to do a little bit of standing. I'm going to have you turn in your chair. Now your thighs are parallel. I don't want one leg out there. I'd rather they were right next to each other because that would be kind of uncomfortable for the hip if you did that. And all I want you to do is put one foot in back. Great. Sitting up nice and straight. Now you can do something like this standing up, and I'm pretty sure we're going to do that later. So let's take a breath in and exhale, and just bring your chin down. Let your head drop down. Good. And then we'll bring the head back up. This is actually our Grecian stretch that we've done before, and I'm just bringing it into yoga because sometimes we do these movements too. We're going to keep the back straight, come forward. Oh boy, that feels great. I can feel it. I can feel that stretch in back of the leg. Now you can round over, slide that hand down again. Good. And we'll come back up. But we have two legs, we have two sides, so we have to do the other side. You're going to turn. We're going to take a little break in a minute. Get that leg back, toe on the floor if possible. Push that heel back a little bit. Good. Let's take a breath in, up through the nose, nice straight back. And when you exhale, you can just drop that chin right down. Good. And then we'll come back up again. Wonderful. Why don't we grab some water? Hopefully you'll always have water with you when you do your class. Or when you take a walk, especially. Just bring it with you or leave it in the car and make sure you have some. I just find this very relaxing, and I hope you will too. So we're going to sit back just for a minute. We're going to be standing up in a couple of minutes. Feet out. Just drop your chin right down. Just move your feet back and forth a little bit. Great. Now the first thing we're going to do standing is the yoga warrior pose. And we'll be doing a little knee bending there, so that's why I thought we might practice a little bit. All right, are you ready to stand up? Have you had your water? So let's come forward. And remember, try very hard to stand up without holding on. So you're getting a little added benefit there, a little leg strengthener. Now standing yoga. I'm going to move this chair back or to the side a little bit. We'll move that back later. Open those feet a little bit. This will take a little more effort. You're just going to do those little lunges that we were doing. Back and forth. Your feet are flat. Wonderful. You can get behind your chair on this one. Then you'll be able to grab something if you need to. One hand out and grab the back of the chair. Okay, nice and wide. So just be careful on your balance there. Arms out to the side. You're going to turn your head and look at this hand. Now make sure this arm is straight out from the shoulder. I tend to drop mine down a little bit. But this is the warrior pose. And you're going to bend that knee, good. And come back up slowly. Let's take a breath first. All the way up through your nose. And exhale as you bend this time, good. Breathing up through the nose. And exhaling through your mouth. Now just do your natural breathing for now. Let's do 3 and 4. Now you're not used to holding your arms up. So let's just let those arms come down and relax. Great. Now we're going to do something called the exalted warrior. How's that for a name? We're going to bring those arms up again. Bend that knee, good. Make sure this foot is on an angle. The other foot is fairly straight. It doesn't have to be turned out fully, okay? Just drop that back arm down. Hold onto the chair if you have to. And we'll do a little bit of a back bend. This is one of my favorites. I love this one. Good. Wonderful. How did that feel? Let's try the other side. So this foot is turned out. This one is fairly straight. Arms are up, straight out from the shoulder. I'm going to lift that arm up a little bit. We'll do a little knee bend. Bend that knee in front and back. Let's take a breath first. And exhale when you bend. Good. Come back up. Bend that knee so you're looking at your hand. And one more time. And let's rest those arms a little bit. Great. As I said, just don't hold your breath. If you're just starting out with yoga, it would probably be difficult to do every single thing with the yoga breath. If you can do it, fine. But it takes a while to perfect it too. We don't learn yoga in a day, right? All right, now let's do the same thing. You can stay right where you are. Make sure that arm is straight out. We'll turn. We're going to do the exalted warrior. Now bend the knee. That knee. We'll do 4 of these first. Good. And bend. And we'll do one more. Great. Bring the arm down. And then that front arm, hold on. As I said, if you have to, we'll do the exalted warrior. And then we're just going to relax down, bring those feet back. Let's do a little marching just to relax. A little bit of kicking just to loosen up those legs a little bit. Now the next movement we're going to do, it's called the triangle, and there are different ways to do it. We'll do what I think is the easiest. Bring those arms out. Good. How's your balance here? Again, you can do this with your legs if your balance is poor by holding on. That's why I said to get back behind your chair. Good. All you're going to do is just drop this arm down and bring this one up as straight as you can. So that hand should be sliding down a little bit. So this one isn't too bad. You get a great stretch all the way down the side. And then we'll come back up. This time we'll do it with the yoga breath. So let's breathe up through the nose. And exhale as you drop down and lift that arm up as straight as you can get it. Slide it down. Wonderful. Feel that stretch. I know you can feel it. Feel it in your waist and your hip too. Sliding down, sliding down. Great. And then we'll come back up. Let's try this. Breathe up through the nose and exhale as you cross over and touch your knee. A little bit different. Come back up. Natural breathing right now. Good. Bring those arms up and cross over. Good. Great all over body stretch. I really like this one. Great. Now let's do it with the yoga breath. And exhale. Cross over. As you come up, breathe up through the nose. And exhale across. How does that feel? We love it. Okay, let's march again. I'm going to hold on to the chair. Just kick out. 2, 3, just to loosen up a little bit. And 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Now try this one. Kick to the back. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. You don't have to hold on if you don't want to. 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. And I feel like that's a good stretch for the quadriceps here. Wonderful. Okay. Now we're going to do something called connecting heaven and earth. And what you're going to do is flatten your palm and just reach for the ceiling. Reach up, up, up. And then with the other hand flat, palm facing the floor, you're reaching down. Now when you come up, you bring your hands together. It looks like this. So we're reaching up toward heaven and down toward earth. So let's take a breath up as you do this, reaching up and down. Don't forget to breathe out. So bring your hands back, breathing up through the nose. This time when you come down, breathe out. Good. So it's breathing up and down at the same time. And breathing out, we're going to breathe up through the nose. It takes a little coordination, but that's good for us too, right? And down, try it again. Breathing up, pushing down and up. And then bringing it back down. Wonderful. All right, I'm going to let you sit down now and relax, grab some water. And we're going to do a little bit of meditation. And all that requires is the yoga breath. You can be a little bit more subtle about it. Most people close their eyes, I think, when they meditate. You don't have to. You can have music or not. Just find somewhere where you can sit and be quiet and have no interruptions and just concentrate. Try to concentrate on something that you find relaxing. It could be a scene, it could be a line in a prayer, a chapel, the ocean, a lake, anything at all that relaxes you. Maybe a word like serene, and just keep saying that over and over to yourself. There are many ways to get into meditation, but you do need that breath. So we're going to breathe up together again, all the way up. Hold and exhale. The exhalation should be longer than the inhalation. Just drop your head down. Good. And then just resume your natural breathing. When I do this, I try it for sometimes 5 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes. If you're just starting out, we're just going to do maybe 3 minutes. And I'm going to slide forward. Get comfortable. I like to put one leg out, palms up. I just find that's more relaxing. It seems to open up my mind to doing something like this and realizing how important it is to stop. Some people say and smell the daisies, but this is stopping and kind of going within, getting away from all that agitation that's out there. Just being with yourself and liking yourself and knowing that this yoga breath is going to reduce anxiety. It can actually lower your blood pressure, as I said. It does so many things for us. That's why it's so important to try this. Even if you think it's silly, you think you're not going to like it, try it. They say people who meditate are much calmer. They make better decisions. They're much more focused, as I said. And I think lowering your blood pressure is a really good thing, unless it's already low. So for the next few minutes, I'm going to leave the music on because that's going to help you. And we're going to try to do nothing. But don't forget the breath. If you're out of breath or if it's too much, just stop doing it. So let's close our eyes if you can hear me. We'll take that first breath together. Hold that up there and then exhale through your mouth. When the thoughts start coming in, because they will, you're going to be thinking about what you did this morning, what you're going to do next, what bothers you. Take another one of these breaths. It will help you. One more breath together. You're on your own after this one. And here we go. Let's take another breath together. And it's almost time to go. I can't believe it. I hope this helps you a little bit. And thank you for trying. And I'll see you next time. Namaste.